everyone, this is Pikmin Master. Can I say Pikmin Master again? I mean, I still could, but like the Star Snow thing, that I want to change it. But okay, so let's just leave it as Pikmin Master until I actually really need to change it back. Okay. Now anyway, speaking of doing something that's sort of different yet the same thing, I don't really know. This is going to be a huge update video that I wanted to do for a few weeks now, but for every single day since I wanted to do this thing, I've been out of the house, and I've been wanting to, figure out what to say, but now here I am, so let's go for it. It's like December 22nd right now, and the lights are pretty dimmed, but whatever, not important. But, yeah, I'm going to tell you guys some updates using the face, but, about certain things that, I've been wanting to do for a while, and I guess other stuff. So first of all, let's date this video really quickly. Now, hopefully by the 23rd or 24th, I'm going to put out a Twitter poll for what do you want the clip of the year 2017 will be. I'm going to do my own thing, like I always do, but if you guys have a different one among the ones that I've said which are the best ones, hey, I'll probably put that too. So yeah, just get ready for that. Anyway, now let's go for the updates. This is going to be some big stuff. Now, the main thing, well, not the main thing, one of the main things is a couple of cancellations and deletions. So some going to be gone. Now, I am going to cancel Rainbow Online, and the reason is because I have to. For the same reason why, I stopped making videos of other games, is because there's no one else to play with. Now, the thing with Rainbow is that it has like really bad timing most of the time. Just really bad timing, because usually when I want to do Rainbow, I end up doing something else. If I usually do something else, I end up doing nothing at all. Do something that's nothing to do with video games in general. So it gets a shaft big time. I mean, it's still a really good game. I still will recommend it to anyone, but it's just that it's really unlucky when it comes to timing for when I want to do a video. And now for the big one. I'm canceling Counterattack for good. Now, I have been leading up to this, like hinting this here and there, but and I've mentioned this on Discord a lot, that yes, I am canceling this, so that thing's gone. Now, you'll be wondering, oh, crud, what am I going to do with Counterattack now? Now, for the two people who care about Counterattack, probably only one, and the reason is because of a similar reason why I had to stop the Crazy Pokecast. Was because, well, I wasn't getting used to the Moose Steel Platinum like that early on after I got the new laptop. So that killed Counterattack, basically. Just like with earlier in 20, was it 15 or 16? I think it was 15. That I had to reboot my laptop because it had like a lot of nonsense on it that I had to reboot everything. But for Counterattack, it's because it got too hard to make, and because it's not really worth putting out anymore. Heck, and similar thing, because they're particularly old videos, I still get content claim notices on them. Heck, just on the 21st, yesterday, I got a claim on it saying that, oh, yeah, that video, yeah, it's got an audio claim right now, and it's from Fire Emblem Heroes, and I'm like, I have an idea about that one. So I disputed it, saying that, wait a minute, the content in question is Fire Emblem Heroes, right? But that came out in 2017. The video that you are putting a claim on for 2013, there's no way that that can be justified. And Nintendo was like, okay. And then they released the claim. It's just hilarious. It's like, that's a huge thing that happened. If something happened like that again, I probably would. Just making sure I don't get one as I'm saying this. So that would happen. But anyway, it got too hard to make, and it got not a lot of views. Like, not just not a lot of views, it got a lot of work for no payoff. Although, considering that the story itself that I had for it was kind of intense, I should have ended it a long time ago. I shouldn't have made the Season 2 way too longer than it should be. Because I wanted to make the whole Season 2 thing, like, have at least, every character has at least one episode, and then have, like, a huge overarching plot to it. But it didn't end up the way I wanted. because it got too hard too quickly. I believe I still have the script for Contact 17, which is Pitt's episode, on basically his introduction. If you want me to tell it to you as is, I'm canceling it, just put in the comments saying that you want to hear it. I think I still have it. And then while I'm at that, I could just tell you the plan that I had for Counterattack. I think I still had the plans I had for Counterattack with me. So if you want to hear what's up with Pitt and the plot that I originally had for Counterattack for all this time, just comment below. Now, speaking of Counterattack, let's go talk about counters, since I wanted the end of Counterattack to point out counters I'm no longer using. Yes, ever since 2015, or 2016? Like, or 2016, even 2015. I originally planned for a couple of counters to no longer be counters. That's why you never see them anymore. And those are, Bowser's counter is no longer going to be a counter. And the reason is because, yeah, we get it. Now, when we get it is that the whole point of Bowser's counter was to say, okay, wow, you know how much of this one particular type of course there is? Yeah, I'm going to count that, which is the Bowser course counter. Of course, I eventually end up with DK courses, but over time I thought to myself, this is not going to work. So I said, you know what, I'm no longer going to do the Bowser course counter. That's why, unlike the recent Minecraft 7 videos with the whole 3 new Bowser cities, none of them contain the Bowser counter, even though normally would have. But you even noticed it, though. So yeah, Bowser is no longer a counter. I probably will make it so that he's still around, but no longer a counter, because Bowser's very easy to write, to be honest, and I kind of didn't want to get rid of him that easily. The second counter, and the other counter I'm going to get rid of, is Lipard's counter. One of the original counters, the hacks counter, is no longer going to be a counter, mostly because what counts as hacks right nowadays that I don't get to do with like other counters. So the status counter, you know, had a good chunk of what the hacks counter was to be, but also I don't get that much hacks anymore. Like with freeze hacks, I just put status counter and don't worry about it. And then stuff that I don't need to put the hacks counter in. It's some reason why I took out Waluigi's counter. Because I wanted the hacks counter to cover everything Waluigi had. But now I kind of don't need the Lipard counter anymore. And here's the thing. Now, again, if you want to tell me with the whole thing with Pitt's video, or Pitt's episode, that has a reason why, like an in-story reason why Lipard's no longer in Counterattack. You don't even see it anymore. On like the side story, like one or two side stories that I had for it, Lipard's gone for a reason. And I don't want to reveal it to you because it's kind of insane. But again, if you want to, you know, want me to tell you guys about it, it's gonna be insane. Anyway, now I've noticed that with my other counters, the only other counter that I didn't show, well, currently not showing, is Pitt's counter, Daybreak counter, and the reason is because I never had a use for it. Not that I don't have a use for it, just it never brought up. Like if it's brought up in some capacity, I would show it, and I'm still keeping it. But the thing is that none of my current games utilize it, and if I to get a new game or something that can utilize the Daybreak counter, I would use it. For right now, I'm not using it. But,
what did you expect?
I'm keeping it. All right, so that utilizes the cancellations and deletions. Now let's go for changes. Now, and the first big change I want to do is thumbnails. Now I wanted to do this since I think it was last year or two. That I want to change some thumbnails to be more current. And I have done this before. I have done a case in which I went to older videos and then put thumbnails on it. Although mostly just so I can do that playlist. You know how in the playlist, usually you're on this area here. That has like the thumbnail of the first video there. And usually the first 5 videos in that gets like the thumbnail always shows it, so I kind of want to have thumbnails there. I would want now to redo thumbnails, and even for videos that still don't have thumbnails to this day, like a lot of the post 100, pre 300 or so. It's a huge section of the Pokemon Wi-Fi battles that no longer have never had counters, that never had thumbnails. I kind of want to put thumbnails in, at least just so I can do it like the current style that I've been doing. Here, like example, the current style in which I put like the number in the game, like on the team logo if I had it on the left side, and then make the screenshot of the battle itself on the right. So I'm going to want to do that there for a lot of the other Pokemon videos. Smash is probably going to stay the same, but because I don't really need to change it, because the Smash videos are still the ones being used. However, I might change the style of the thumbnails if I ever reach 101. Because like for 100, I probably will still use the one. But if I go 101 with Smash Brothers, then I will use a different style. And then if I go through a Smash 5 or something and start making videos of that, and that's a new style, I'm probably gonna change that, change the 101 style that I probably would get to like the one I would use. And for Mario Kart, I'm not sure. Maybe I might change the style for Mario Kart, but I just never had a reason to. Because the thing is, like, if I get Mario Kart Deluxe, I have an idea how to use it, like with using the current thumbnail style. Just like, like the same cyan on top, and then maybe a gradient pink somewhere on the bottom, like Mario Kart Deluxe would. Likewise, I might be thinking of putting titles. I really did want to put titles onto the online videos. However, I guess it could work because I just want to do this episodically. However, I could still do titles. Like, for example, one of the candidates for clip of the year is Pokemon Wi-Fi 272, aka the one where so I might put like a title there related to Mega Horn, maybe like nailed it, or I don't know, best edit 2017 if it ends up being the clip of the year, that sort of thing. I also might be thinking of doing new, or redoing a lot of the top something. I'm also thinking of doing some of the top thumbnails too, since a good chunk of them are just the background color, the word tops, and then the number, and a character or thing that represents it. I've been doing that for a while now, but if I were to do all 120 something of them that I have left, that's going to take a long time. And plus, there are some tops episodes I really don't want to even touch ever again, let alone put new thumbnails on. But I guess I could probably still do that. So if you guys want me to do all these things, just put a comment below, because I'm not doing it for all of them. I'm still probably going to do it for just the ones that matter. But for the most part, I'm just gonna thumbnails on some old videos, including one for a specific series I will do new thumbnails for, because those don't never had thumbnails before. I am planning to do this, and you'll see later on the last part of the update. So next change is the end slates. Now, you saw the end slates I put at the end of every video nowadays. And what looks like this, like diamonds, those diamonds and stuff. Now, I'm thinking of changing it to some extent, but I don't know at this time how. I'll probably take it something as I go, but just don't expect it to come immediately, next year, because not that far from 2018. So I'm gonna slowly introduce the new end slate. I just figure out how to do it though. Of course, I could probably put the, like, comment, subscribe, bell thingy there that, every YouTuber ever since ever has done, just so you can get more views, even though it's not to me, just never, I don't feel like it works, just more like a demand more than, oh, hey, if you like my content, whatever. If I like your content, don't say like, comment, subscribe. If I like your content, I'll subscribe regardless. But, that sort of thing. And a lot of things that I was thinking of changing some of the colors. Since you know how Topps is, the slate for that has always been red, but that's always because that's the first one. It's usually the first end slate ever made, and that was red, just because it had to be red. So I could probably change it back to yellow when it had like the original Topps videos. Their color was like yellow, so I gotta put it back to yellow. But I was kind of afraid to, since like the way I've been doing the current end slate style, yellow would not work. So I probably would change it to that yellow wood. That brings up about retop of Holden store. I'm not even gonna go there yet. But another idea I had is, hey, if my standalone videos, my main videos, as I have to call it, have the end set up the same color I've always had, but maybe like any like side stuff or that still use the main intro, but like on its own mini series, like the Fire Emblem Heroes content, could have like a secondary color too to go with the like maybe like a gold or a white or something, like like Fire Emblem Heroes colors. And also thinking of having all the online videos to have like their colors of what they had always. Like a very specific light blue for Pokemon and for like whatever for Mario Kart. I don't remember. It was like a different kind of blue or something, and then Smash is orange. Both is a brawl, but you know why. And Splatoon for pink. That sort of thing. May have like a whole color to go. Just one color for all of them, and then have whatever color I've always had for them in a secondary color. That's what I had originally. Of course, I can't change the common time from brown to the original colors I've had for common time. Unfortunately, I don't know how to recreate that, because that was like, I just like threw a bunch of gradients in there, and I don't know how I managed to do that thing for the original common time back in 2012. I wanted to change it back to that, to be honest. Anyway, let's just go from changes to wanting to add stuff, and mostly specifically pertaining to two series, which is Topps and Thoughts on. Let's start with Topps. Now, for most of the narration style videos, the Topps and Thoughts on, I've been wanting to change some things with that, because for the longest time, and even to this day, that I've been doing like, put the Topps intro in, and I show, hey guys, it's Pikmin Master, and you see the icon there, main icon for Topps. Now, I've been trying to get rid of it. I've been trying to get rid of that icon. However, Topps was like the hardest thing to get rid of. To be honest, I've been removing the just a static icon, a static thumbnail for every series I've done for a long time, but Topps just stayed the same. Thoughts on the same thing. That I just can't. I don't know how to remove it. So I've been thinking of doing something similar to what I did in Common Time, in which have like moving images of the character be like to the side, like having like a scroll down of different characters that have been featured in Topps or something, and Thoughts on. I tried it, but it didn't work very well. But I want to try it again. So again, don't expect it to come immediately. I just want to do that, and of course I might do like a separate video of a test drive, see how it'll work, and then if I make it work, I'll probably do it for the main series videos and for Thoughts on. Speaking of Thoughts on. You know how the Why I Like videos? By the way, next one's going to be on Pala, and then the one after that's going to be on Soccer and Street Fighter. And I have a third one in mind that you're going to blow your mind. I'm going to blow your mind. It's just something like you would never expect. Put the like. I'm not going to say what it is because I want to keep it a surprise. But I want to clarify something, that the differences between Thoughts on and the Why I Like stuff is that the Thoughts on is based on like observations. Like, for example, I've seen something like this, or hey, have an opinion, that sort of thing, but I just want to talk about it. And the Why I Like is mainly of something specific, of just pure opinion on pure like why I like this sort of thing. It is kind of two different things, but the idea is similar. Heck, the Why I Like is more similar to Topps than it is Thoughts on. But I was thinking, should I like merge the Why I Like and Thoughts on together, or even Why I Like and Topps together? Because it feels like the Why I Like videos are more like an in between of Topps and Thoughts on. Maybe I'll do some fun and party like with its end slate to be more like a combination of both Topps and Thoughts on. That'd be interesting. But whatever you decide, if you want, or you want like the Why I Like series to be its own separate thing and kill Thoughts on, because I never used it for a long time, because I'll probably just put it as a main series video. Just put it in the comments or say on Twitter. Who cares? I guess I do because I'm reading it. But the consensus for me is that for now, just leave it as is, and I will make a variation intro like I did with like Fire Emblem Heroes and Record Keeper. I'll eventually put an intro similar to that on the Why I Like videos. We'll see what happens. And finally, final update, at least for now, I probably will change it later, is what to do with Mega Man. Now, you've seen the reaction video I've had with Mega Man, and it's kind of saying how, holy crap, we got Mega Man 11, and it's coming in late next year, and that's plenty of time, hopefully, for me to get a Switch, right? And I thought to myself, well, I was surprised, like, wait a minute, I have a playthrough series of all the classic Mega Mans. Will I go do a playthrough of it, even though I've stopped doing Let's Plays for, like, I don't know, 5 years? And then I said, you know what? I'm going to look back. I'm going to go back to the last episode of that series, back in 2011. And then here's a clip from that. So yeah, I future-proofed myself. I am so smart. I'm going to do it. So if and when I get a Switch, if and when I get Mega Man 11, I am going to do a Let's Play of Mega Man 11 as a part of Mega Man the Complete Classic Series. And only as part of Mega Man Complete Classic Series, or MMCCS. I'm going to leave it at that. Because I'm not putting it as its own thing, I'm not doing like Let's Plays, but because I future-proofed myself to do a Mega Man 11 on MMCCS, I'm going to do it. So the question I've had is, should I reuse the intro for MMCCS, or create a new not 480p version of it? Or just do the variation for main intro. But then again, knowing me, I probably would make a new main intro before that. Or even skip to season 8B or something. I don't know. Because I was thinking 8A and 8B, but we'll see what happens. Probably switch to 8B or even season 9 before we can get to, Mega Man 11. We'll see. Alright, so that is all the updates. Now, to recap what's going to happen. If I'm not forgetting anything, no more counterattack. That's gone. But again, if you want me to talk about what I wanted for counterattack, go comment below. No Rumble videos, unless it gets resurgence. Let's say the creators say, hey, we're getting a new Rumble. If I have the Wii U version, this and that, I'll probably do some if it gets lucky enough to get the time of day. No Bowser Chorus counter, that's gone. No Hacks counter, that's gone. That's a really interesting reason why. I might make new thumbnails for old videos, but you wouldn't notice it because they're old videos. I probably might say which ones are in a different video. For online videos, I might do make titles. I think Chris is doing the same thing, but something similar to what Chris is doing right now. That's what I was saying right now for videos. I'm gonna change the end slate. Don't know how, but I'm going to. And some aesthetic changes to Tops and Thoughts on. Oh, I didn't even talk about this for Tops. Ever since the part of the main intro, the beginning part of the main intro, you had the snowflake, going like this. I actually wanted that idea for Tops, but I decided, I'm going to put that for the main intro. So I'm kind of doing that for Tops somehow, because I have this weird idea for doing the intermediate thing, the number 10, number 9 thing. It goes from, I think it was this to that. I had an idea how to change that. Just had trouble doing it. But anyway, aesthetic changes to those two videos. And yes, I'm going to do Mega Man Classic Series 11 when it shows up. So if I'm forgetting anything, I'm going to put a pen video soon enough. But if I'm not missing anything, I don't think so. So anyway, that is all for this. Now, I have been thinking about doing more streams. So that's not part of the updates. It's something that I've had a little idea for. But I might do streams sometime in January for Pokemon Emerald because I've never played it. And Kevin the Diamond 12 said, hey, I would watch a Pokemon Emerald stream. So I'll probably do that next month. So I might also do stuff for Twitch. But I'm not putting it as part of this main update video, but I'm including it because it's part of an update video. So I'm probably going to do stuff for Twitch. if I need to use Twitch a lot more, then I'll use Twitch a lot more. But I probably might do like a whole Twitch-based update video, and like a different video, but we'll see. So anyway, that is all. See you guys later.